So friends, Fox News has settled the Dominion voting system's defamation lawsuit for more than $750 million. Does this settlement represent justice? Let's talk about that, because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So friends, I'm sure you've heard the Fox Corporation settled the defamation lawsuit filed against it by Dominion Voting Systems. Fox admitted that it broadcast election lies. Fox agreed to pay Dominion more than $750 million to settle the suit. Here is the new reporting from NBC News. Headline: Dominion and Fox News reach $787.5 million settlement in defamation lawsuit. And that article begins, Fox News and Dominion Voting Systems reached a $787.5 million settlement agreement Tuesday afternoon, the parties announced, narrowly heading off a trial shortly after the jury was sworn in. Quote, Fox has admitted to telling lies, John Polis, Dominion CEO, said at a news conference after the trial ended. Quote, money is accountability, said Stephen Shackelford Jr., the attorney scheduled to give opening statements for Dominion on Tuesday. Fox News, in a statement, said it acknowledged, quote, the court's rulings finding certain claims about Dominion to be false. This settlement reflects Fox's continued commitment to the highest journalistic standards, the network said. We are hopeful that our decision to resolve this dispute with Dominion amicably, instead of the acrimony of a divisive trial, allows the country to move forward from these issues. Not much of an apology by Fox, is it? Not much of an acceptance of responsibility by Fox, is it? You know, friends, if you're like me, this settlement may have left you feeling a little deflated. We were prepared to see a trial in which all of Fox's intentional democracy-busting lies would be exposed, and now we won't see them. You know, after the settlement was announced, somebody asked me a question on Twitter about whether this result, this settlement, represents justice. Here's our exchange. Glenn, I'm a nobody, but I'm a real person. Thanks for all you do. One question, is this justice? Well, now first of all, I don't care if you only have one follower. Nobody is a nobody. And that's how I opened my reply. Nobody is a nobody. The goal of civil suits is generally making an injured party whole. So if Dominion is satisfied with the settlement, that's a good thing. But Fox injured America and her people, and America has yet to be made whole. You know, friends, justice is a funny thing. Justice can mean different things to different people, even if all of those people are involved in the same situation or in similar circumstances. Let me try to explain what I mean by that. You know, over the years, I've thought a lot about the concept of justice, probably not surprising given the whole justice matters thing. But I would say, you know, for at least part of every day, for the 30 years I was a federal prosecutor, I was thinking about the concept of justice. And here's the definition that I've sort of landed on, even if only by default. You know, justice is whatever an impacted or affected person believes it to be. Now, I know that sounds really vague and fuzzy as a definition, but let me try to explain what I mean, and let me use a concrete example because I think it is sometimes easier to grasp if you use an actual circumstance or a hypothetical. So let's use the vehicle of a criminal trial. Let's make it a murder trial. There are obviously lots of people who populate a murder trial, right? Witnesses, jurors, a judge, prosecutor, defense attorney, defendant, family members of a decedent, of a victim, family members of a defendant, audience members, all sort of involved in the same endeavor, all experiencing the same criminal trial. And let's take a witness, for example. A witness who saw something horrific, a traumatic experience or event in their lives, and they're going to have to get on the stand in a public forum with all eyes on them and relive it and testify about it, hopefully accurately and truthfully. And that witness may be cross-examined by a defense attorney and called a liar and beaten up on the stand. That's not a criticism of defense attorneys. That is their job, to test the reliability and the accuracy and the credibility of a witness's account. But that witness might come away from that experience feeling it like the whole situation, the whole experience was horribly unjust the way they were treated. If a conviction results, well, maybe the family and the friends of the decedent, of the homicide victim, might feel like justice was achieved or something that approximates justice, whereas the defendant and the defendant's family and the defendant's friends might feel like it's a horribly unjust result, all involved in the same circumstance, the same endeavor, the same criminal trial. What if a jury hangs? 6-6. 6 jurors vote guilty, 6 jurors vote not guilty, and a mistrial is declared. It's a hung jury. All 12 jurors might feel like justice was not achieved. They might all feel like it was an unjust result. All of these people participating in the same endeavor can come away with very different notions of whether justice was achieved or not. So now let's turn to the settlement that was just struck between Dominion Voting Systems and Fox News, whereby Fox News has to pay Dominion more than $750 million for the lies that Fox intentionally told about Dominion. Now, first of all, Dominion is made up of a whole bunch of employees, and they were damaged by the defamation. They were damaged by Fox's lies about them, about their company, about their voting machines. Now, maybe this $750 million settlement feels to the Dominion employees and executives and officers and owners, maybe to them it feels like justice. Maybe they feel like they've been made whole financially and emotionally for the damage they suffered as a result of Fox's lies. So maybe they feel like this settlement approximates justice. But what about others who experienced the damage that was done by the intentional lies, democracy-busting lies, lies about the election and Dominion voting systems? What about everyone else who was damaged, like we the people, who had to live with the fallout of those lies? Does this $750 million feel like justice to the American people? Have the American people been made whole, even if Dominion voting systems has been made whole, at least financially? I know I don't feel that way. I don't feel like there's anything that approximates justice here. You know, and I'm always reminded when I'm thinking about the injustice that we're experiencing behind the 2020 election and the lies that were told to try to reverse the results and undermine Americans' confidence in the election's results. You know, I think about the daily injustice of the people that Donald Trump ordered to attack the Capitol based on the lies he told them about their votes being stolen and their election being rigged. Those people, the boots of the insurrection, the foot soldiers, are being held accountable, are being tried, convicted, and imprisoned by the hundreds. And the person who ordered the attack is still out there telling lies about the 2020 election, threatening the people who are trying to hold him accountable, like judges and their family members, district attorneys and their family members, and others. He's sowing dissension. He's feeding the American people lies designed to undermine our democracy. He's playing golf. And yet the people he ordered to attack the Capitol are paying the price. They're going to prison. Friends, that is a deep injustice that is occurring every minute of every day, unless and until Donald Trump is held accountable. So, on the one hand, it's certainly nice to see Fox News held accountable for their democracy-busting lies, but I don't think we have taken much of a step in the direction of justice for everything that people have experienced since 2020. Let's hope that changes soon, because justice matters. Folks, as always, please stay safe, please stay tuned, and I look forward to talking with you all again soon.